Yeah. Okay, so it's only been a week. It's only been a week. I don't know if all of my settings are good. We'll find out, I guess. We'll find out, I guess. And the video game will be played. I don't know. I'm kind of like... Do we have the thing? Okay, we're better than I thought we were. We're better than... I was looking at the guide, and it was saying that we needed 28 pieces of heart, and I was like, am I at that point? I don't remember getting that many pieces of heart. But, so we're good. We're good. We're good. We're gonna be preparing for probably my favorite dungeon in the game, which is the Snow Peak Temple, Snow Peak Mansion, whatever it's called. The one that's at the top of the thing. Why am I here? Why am I in Ordon Village? What happened last episode? Why is it called Twilight Princess and not Twilight Himbo? Because there's not a himbo in it. Hope this helps. There is a himbo in Skyward Sword. His name is Groose. He starts out as like a jock bully archetype, but he evolves into himbo. Kind of like Pokemon style. How are you doing? Hello, European Robin fan. How are you? How has your week been? It's been a little bit. It's exciting to be back, though. I know that I haven't, I started my schedule back, and in 1 week, I immediately broke my schedule. But at least I had a good reason. You're good? Sorry if you're not understanding what you're doing something. That is A-okay. As long as you are having fun and being safe. Okay. I don't remember why I'm in Ordon Village. Yeah, sure. What are you up to? You are allowed to share. I know that you said you were talking about, was it like laundry detergent? I'm sorry. He said it in the Discord. Streaming your art. That's fun. That's fun. Everybody should stream. Everyone on the planet. Okay, so I need to remember what I'm doing. Oh, we were here because of the goat grotto, right, guys? Bird Woman Libby Master Fragrance. I can't say that I'm familiar, but I'm glad that you like it. Having a good detergent, having a good like laundry detergent is life-changing. Being able to sniff your clothes after a good load of laundry and going, oh yeah, this is what life is about. This is what life is about. Clean clothes. I forgot that we went to the goat grottos, my friends. That's why we're in Ordon. Alright, I gotta pull up the friggin' stupid guide. Okay, so now there are some rails we can go. Warp over to Castletown and then head to... can you warp my horse? I want to warp with horse. Warp over to Castletown. Is this Castletown? Yes. And then head west. I thought you said west. And then at the fork of the road, turn to the north. Okay. Turn towards the north. I'm following the guide to get to goodies. If you're wondering what I'm doing. Libby is a Chinese cleaning supplies there. They make dish soap, laundry detergent, laundry pods, and laundry powder. And Libby collabed with French perfumist and made by Libby Master Fragrance. So instead of getting a headache from chemical smells, you smell a lovely perfume smell instead. That does sound pretty lovely. We do love not getting a headache because we smell something weird. I used to, when I was in like high school and stuff, my mom used to make this like chai tea. And my room was right next to the kitchen and I didn't have a door. So whenever this tea was made, I just hated the smell of it so much. I would always get like almost sick smelling it. I'm pretty sensitive to smells a lot of the time, in all actuality. I think it's the thing that I'm most sensitive to is smell. I don't know. I have a candle going right now, actually. I like it a lot. I haven't had my candle. My freaking candle. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, let's try again. The battle talk. A weapon that really doesn't get much use. I don't have to do anything? No, I do. I do. At least there's ways to get to where you need to restart quickly. Look at that. That's pretty neat. If you mess up the way I did. Because there are some that you don't have to interact with. And there are some you do. But I've been out. We went out of state over the weekend to go watch a show. We went and watched Oklahoma. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Oklahoma. I'm a big fan. I think that's probably my favorite musical overall. That is my favorite musical. I get a little bit of weird looks from that because I feel like a lot of people don't know how good Oklahoma actually is. It's a good musical. Warp over to the bridge of Eldon and travel northward. Warp over to the bridge of Eldon. Travel northward. Once you cross a small wooden bridge. I do love collecting junk. I'm a big fan of collecting junk. I don't know about you guys. But I was really pleasantly surprised that this production didn't cut a thing. Oklahoma's a long show. It's about 3-ish hours. And it's also an old show. 1946, 1947. Which means that its pacing is a little bit weird for modern audiences. Especially the music. Where the music will have like a little coda at the end. So the song will end. And then they'll keep going, right? And that caught so many people off guard. Even like the 6th time it happened. I don't know. I guess people... I mean, I didn't expect it. I forgot that it does that. But, you know, when I realized that they weren't cutting a single thing, I was like, yeah, we're going to have every single coda. It's going to go... okay, interesting. But I was glad they didn't cut a thing. I was glad that the entire show was performed. It was performed very well. The music is great, of course. Okay. This should get all of them, right? Well, it got all but one. But you can do that. So, all is good. Sorry, I'm still trying to get into the swing of things. I'm also really tired. I had a show today, is probably what I should say. I went up upstate on Friday, and then I had to come back as soon as possible today because I had a show at like 1 that I was needed at, and by I was needed at, I was a major character. They were all freaking out so much because they're like, oh, what if he gets like car troubles? What if he gets, and it's like, no, it'll be fine. It'll work out. But I had to leave really early in the morning, and I typically don't sleep well in hotel rooms. I don't know how other people feel about sleeping in hotel rooms, but I don't typically do well with it. I think it's just sleeping in an unfamiliar place. In a dark and lonely room that is in a different area that I'm used to. And also the beds are never comfortable. I don't know if anybody actually likes like hotel room beds. But the beds are really never comfortable. We only have 15 pieces of heart left, by the way. That was number 30. Which is pretty crazy. I mean, we're blowing through getting all the random stuff. But, it didn't help that, like, the night that we were supposed to go out at, like, 6:30 in the morning was when we were planning to leave, because it was a 4-hour drive. I had, like, the lamest nightmare I have ever had. So it was like I was seeing the hotel room we were in, but I was seeing it as if it was in Blender. My trouble in the hotel room is just looking at someone else in the room to be difficult for me. Yep. Yeah. I don't typically have problems with that. The beds are never comfortable, and I don't like the dark, and I don't like unfamiliar places. But I had the lamest nightmare I think I've ever had, where it was like the hotel room was in Blender, the computer program to, where you make like 3D models and stuff. The hotel room itself was in Blender, and when I drag-clicked the mouse, it was showing me all the quote-unquote hidden entities in the room. So there was like skeletons and stuff. And like zombies, and there was a noose that I couldn't see. It was so scary. And I remember thinking during the dream, like, this is the lamest way my brain has ever tried to scare me. But it woke me up. So I guess, you know, the egg is on my face thoroughly. It's being scrambled on my face. I think there was like a primer nightmare before that, like a real nightmare, and this was kind of like the half waking nightmare, and that's why I remember it and not the one before it. I forgot to turn into a human being. My bad. Let me go back out. There's a lot of random spinner stuff, huh? But, I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty dumb. Nightmares are a very funny concept to me, because it's like, why is my subconscious beefing with me? I'm you. We have to figure out how to share the space, brother. You can't keep, like, trying to scare me out of our conjoined rest. Like, that cannot be healthy for either of us. We gotta work this out. Oh, wah, 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 wah. Okay, I gotta look at the guide for this. It says I need this. There was kind of stuff on top of that, and maybe I should have. Arrgh! There's good music in this game, did you know that? Interesting. Interesting indeed. No. I think I was onto something and then I did it dumb. No. We gotta get used to the controls again, and by the controls I mean pressing the right button at the right time. You know how it is. Okay, and then I think I need to become doggy mode. I think your subconscious is your worst enemy, and that is a really fascinating concept to me. Why does the subconscious hate? Is this not? Huh. Can we not do that yet? Strange. I thought I was onto something, but I've been befuddled. Bother and befuddle. Okay. Why is it being weird? Why do I have to be at a certain angle to attach to it? That is strange. Okay. Fine. Yeah, no, that's fair, I guess. Why is this being so difficult? What did I do to deserve this? I don't think I did anything. Look at that. First try. First try. First try. Nothing bad ever happens. We did it. First try. First try. Orange rupee. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Orange rupee. Everything was worth it. Everything was earned. Okay. We definitely don't have 41 out of 60 Poe souls. How many Poe souls do we have? We have 28. We have 28 Poe souls total. That's gonna be a nightmare, guys. Guys. That's gonna be a nightmare. Oh! You can just pick up an apple and then decide you don't want it because of comparative shopping. And then you get choice paralysis and don't get apples. Come on. That's so sad for them. Okay.
Oh.
If it isn't Stinkle, that's me. You made it. How have you been, honey? I've been alive. Mercy. But you have good timing. I was just talking about you.
Hey.
Really? Everyone, look. Stinkle's come to see us. There's Shad. There's that one guy. Aru? Was that his name? Aru? Those are the friends I mentioned. The ones who are trying to help deal with all the troubles in Hyrule. Actually, there's one more of us, but there's been a disturbing turn of events on the North Mountain, so she's gone to check things out. She's a beautiful young lady named Ashe. Ashe? If you have a chance to meet her, you should definitely take that time to talk to her, okay, honey? Well, you've come all the way here, honey, so why don't you relax a bit? I'll try my best, ma'am. Hi. What are we looking at? Ashe mentioned Snow Peak Mountain and headed off. Cool. Yeah, okay, Russell. Be weird and mysterious. Say, Stinkle, you're alive and well. Tell me, did you find anything of interest at the Arbiter's grounds in the desert? The sages. Those sages once served the royal family, actually. They were appointed as tutors to the young Princess Zelda. It was from them that I first heard tales of the accursed mirror and the Arbiter's grounds. Who are you, man? How did you know the sages? Did you work for the castle? Oh, hello there. You must be Stinkle, correct? I'm Shad. Wonderful to meet you. Telma told me all you've been up to. You're rather formidable. I'm rather not, I'm afraid. Well, I'm formidable at book reading, but I lack, shall we say, physical skills. That said, if the history and legends of Hyrule are your cup of tea, I'm your fellow. If you're curious, just ask away. Did you see the sad state of the Hyrule Castle? It's the urgent desire of this group of ours to restore peace to this kingdom as swiftly as possible. Stinkle, please continue to lend us your strength. At the moment, I'm absolutely entranced by the sky beings known as the Uka. Yes, according to legend, Hyrule was made by the Hylians, who, as we all know, are the closest race to the gods. Oh, we all know that? But also, according to legend, long ago there was a race even closer to the gods, and some say these creatures made the Hylians. When they created the people of Hylia, they simultaneously created a new capital, a city that floated in the heavens. They dwelt there, and some scholars believe that this race lives there still, somewhere in the great sky. Sky beings. Isn't that simply marvelous, my dear? What I wouldn't give to meet them. Okay, Milo. It has been a long time. Stinkle! Dude, there is no one in the kingdom who has a head shaped like yours. You're built like a soda can. I saw you from a mile away. Hey, he says his wife's name! My wife, Uli, sent word to me. I have seen the children in Kakariko Village. And of course, I have also heard of your adventures. I must thank you for your help with Colin, Stinkle. I barely recognized him. In any case, I am troubled by my own inaction. I want to help the cause. These friends here, I have had a connection with them for a long while. Like the others, I am gathering information now. I will let you know if I hear anything. With that helmet, can you hear anything at all? Covers your ears. Your big conical head. Alright, 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 alright. Cylindrical. Not conical. His head is cylindrical. I was like, conical is cone. My bad. I did a bad math. That's it. Everybody can kill me if they'd like. I will accept that punishment. Instant death. Something I've been up to over the last week, actually, other than the fact that I had a show today, is I've started a simultaneous playthrough of, like, Skyrim Oblivion Remastered, and I'm still having that one Morrowind playthrough that I play. I've just been playing all 3 of the modern Elder Scrolls games in, like, a, how you say, comparative playthrough, I guess. But it's kind of weird to say that Morrowind is a modern Elder Scrolls because, it came out in, like, 2002 or something like that. Actually, I don't know the exact date Morrowind came out. I'm a fake gamer. I don't know the exact day that Morrowind came out. But it is interesting to play, because Morrowind is the first quote-unquote, like, real Elder Scrolls game. Because you had Arena and Battlespire, but Arena and Battlespire and Redguard were a little bit different. And Daggerfall. I can't forget Daggerfall. The world wasn't really fleshed out at that point. Redguard is actually where most of the Elder Scrolls starts to feel like the Elder Scrolls, which is interesting, especially because nobody plays Redguard, because it kind of sucks. It's not very good to play. I've heard that the story is pretty decent, and the writing is fun, and the actual world, of course, is interesting because it's the Elder Scrolls. But, the actual gameplay is bad. People don't like the way it plays. And after having seen it, yeah, no, that makes sense. Do we have that bug? Yeah, we have that bug. Look at this. We have that bug. We're so close to all the bugs. What are we gonna do once we collect every bug that ever was? Boog. But, there's a rumor going around that a suspicious person has been seen around here lately. I wonder if those in the throne room have been informed about this. Snow Peak is up ahead. It's very treacherous. Not only has the weather been bad lately, but because the beast has been coming to the village, we have been taking extra precautions. The beast? Oh, that was weird. I was like, is it gonna crash? If it does, okay. My bad. I didn't mean. Here it is, here it is, here it is. This is a Shay. I love a Shay. Hi, Shay. Hey, you're Stinkle, yeah? I've heard great things about you. Telma looks out for me, so I stop by her bar pretty often. I'm a Shay. Anyway, what are you doing in a dangerous place like this? Ever since Zora's domain got covered in ice, this mountain's been much colder than usual, yeah? Not only that, but I heard a really weird story from the Zoras. Apparently, the beast that lives somewhere on this mountain has been seen frequently in Zora's domain. I was curious, so I came and waited, and as they said, a giant appeared. Yeah, it looked like this. You got a Shay sketch! Apparently, this thing's been stealing red fish from the village. I want to investigate further, but I can't even see the path through this blizzard, yeah? I'm sure you're here because you're curious about the mountain, but you'd best not go without a plan. If you go into this blizzard without a plan, you'll get lost. And that'll only lead to disaster, trust me. The only clues we have right now are the stories of the Zoras in my sketch. It's not much, I know. Thank you for whatever you gave. Ow, brain damage. But it's interesting because what spurred me on this Elder Scrolls quest is I've been rewatching a lot of JBN Just Background Noise. It's really fun YouTube channel. But, you know, he does a lot of playthroughs of Elder Scrolls games. A lot of it like Morrowind challenge runs and stuff. Hey, the Beast of Snow Peak. Oh, the red fish it's holding. That's a reek fish. Ah, so the beast has been showing itself because it's been catching reek fish. We didn't think that anyone besides Prince Ralis was capable of catching this type of fish. There we go. That's our in chat. That's what we need. Look at that. We're doing detective work. We're a gumshoe. Someone start the noir saxophone. And the noir narration. I'm not good at the noir narration. But he talks about how Morrowind has like its die-hard fans, and it should. It's a good game. It's a really good game. It makes sense that it has its die-hard fans, but a lot of people say that like the Elder Scrolls games have been, you know, dumbed down since Morrowind, and I agree with this, but at the same time, Morrowind is like the least Elder Scrolls game, if that makes sense. All the other Elder Scrolls games don't play like Morrowind. And the thing about Morrowind is that it was made by like a bunch of disparate developers in like a last-ditch effort to save the company, which means that I feel like Todd Howard didn't have his Todd Howard hands on it the way that he usually does, if that makes sense. So people were allowed to do weird stuff. And there was a lot of, like, you can tell which quests were written by which developer, because each developer had such a distinct style, and there wasn't a lot of, like, hey, welcome! Thanks to you, we're back in business. Well, we can't offer much, but just make yourself at home. And of course, if you want a boat ride, just let me know. I'd be happy to rent you one. If that makes sense, where, like, it didn't have the same level of, like, I wouldn't say polish, because Morrowind is, I mean, no Bethesda game is polished. But you can tell that, like, Oblivion and Skyrim were sanded down to match a certain sensibility. There was a clear design philosophy between every single person who was writing for it. And Morrowind does not have that. Morrowind has the individual developers' thumbprints on each of the stuff that they added to the game. And Michael Kirkbride, of course, is one that has some really interesting things to add to the Elder Scrolls series. And also, I need to look. There was one guy who was really important, and yes, his name is Mark Nelson. Mark Nelson is such an important writer for Morrowind because of his sense of humor and because of the stuff that he specifically added to the game, that where he had a lot of references to his alma mater. He really wanted werewolves in the game, so he had them be the focus of the DLC for Blood Moon. And there's a story about how he got into like an argument, like a shouting match with Todd Howard over how high werewolves should be able to jump. And this is what I'm talking about, that Todd Howard, when he has control of the game, he has control of the game. But because Morrowind was Bethesda's last hurrah, they really thought their company was going to close, he couldn't have the same level of control he had over previous titles, and also he wasn't the game developer that we know him as today, where it's like, oh my god, he's the guy who made Skyrim, he's the guy who made Fallout 3, right? No, he was, you know, he made Redguard, which flopped. So he didn't have the same iron fist he had. But like Nelson is noted for his sense of humor, and he was behind the appearances of Fargoth, Tariel. He wrote the lusty Argonian maid. He wrote Cassius Kiro. He made so many characters that are like specific to Morrowind and are some of the most remembered stuff of Morrowind, right? And that's just so fascinating to me that Morrowind as a video game is really different from most of the Elder Scrolls games because of the people who wrote it and because of how little Todd Howard could control. Now we're listening to the Imagination Discovery track. Ow. At least I couldn't lose. I'm really bad at turning this thing, guys. I don't know if you noticed. I'm probably like overcorrecting. I should just like do little adjustments. Can you tell that I don't actually go boating? I wish I did. I love water. I'm a big fan of water. I can't swim very well. Like, I can swim decently, but not amazingly. And I'm also just really self-conscious about going out into the water. I should just swallow it and do the thing I love. I would be happier if I did. The recommended for this minigame is to never move the boat at all and rely entirely on the current. Really? Is it gonna... Okay. I will let the water take me. Never move the boat at all. If you fight against the flow of the river, you will be dashed against the rocks. Is this like ancient Chinese wisdom? Trust the flow. The river has ran for thousands of years. Who are you to say you know your path better? Trust the flow of the water. Trust the river. This is kind of silly. Well, I trust the river there, and it gave me a couple knocks and bumps. What do I need to get to win the minigame? I wasn't paying attention to how many points I needed. Oh no, my first miss! Technically, you hit a man-made object, not the river's fault. The river hadn't accounted for man's what is it? Obstructions. Well, the river just threw me straight into that rock. So what do you say about that? Oh, trust the river, is the guru sage? What am I trying to call you? Wise man? Do I need 20? Is that the... Your mileage may vary. Your mileage may vary. But I mean, that was way better than if I had been fighting against the river the entire time. So maybe it is a metaphor for life. You will hit some bumps and turns along the way, but you will definitely drown if you try to fight against the current. Go with the flow. Thanks for your patronage. On this trip downriver, you scored 26 points. Congratulations! As the first customer to score at least 25 points, you receive this prize. Yay! Is that what I needed? 20? Is that the only thing I can get from that? I don't remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, I'm looking for fish. I'm looking for fish. I can't believe that we've already been here for 30 minutes. I feel like I've done nothing. I've talked about Morrowind a little bit, but what else is new? What'd you get? Wasn't paying attention. I got the giant bomb bag. It's like the bomb bag, but giant. You may not be familiar with its game, but it is a bomb bag that's huge. Like, it's ridiculously huge. Yeah, that's it? Okay. We win. We win. We never have to do mini games again, guys. There's no mini game in the game that we need to do. Which game of the which game is it? I'm gonna try out for a Shakespeare show, I think. I got paid for this show. I wasn't expecting to get paid at all, but we got money. That was pretty nice. Usually I don't get paid for my shows, so it was nice to actually get, like, I was like, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that's exciting. I love getting money for things I love doing. It's pretty nice. It doesn't happen very often. I love getting money for things I love doing. I wish it happened more often. This also gives money, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Not a lot, but it's a decent amount. I think it's like 20. And it's no skin off my back. It's no... What is it? I don't like the phrase skin of my teeth. What do you guys think of the phrase skin of my teeth? I don't like that one. Because teeth doesn't have skin. Hey, man. Huh? The beast man of the snowy mountain, perhaps? By the teeth of my skin? I like that better. But more important is this red fish it is holding. It must be a reek fish. That is a rare specimen found only in the Zora village. It feeds on a valuable type of coral. And without that bait, even our best fishers cannot catch one. Look closely, Stinkle. My earring is made of this coral. I would like to give it to you. Yay! You got the coral earring. It's made of precious coral from Zora's domain. It's in the shape of a fish hook. It's lovely. It's been added as a hook for your fishing rod. With this, you can now catch reek fish. I received it from my mother, but it is fine. I no longer need it. As I look at you, I get a sense of what my mother wanted, what I should be doing now. I will return to my village. The reek fish can be found near the Mother and Child rocks in the waterfall basin near my village. The fish are red, so I think you should be able to spot them. Mother and Child Island was where you met the Great Fairy and Wind Waker. I feel like there are multiple Mother and Child rocks or Mother and Child Islands in the Zelda series. I might need to document where those are, because I find that interesting. Does this lead to the Zora domain? Easy peasy name for Big Rock, Little Rock. Yeah, it is, but I'm wondering if it has like a Zelda, if there's like a thing for it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know. It appears a lot. What's that up there? Chat, do you see that up there? Why can't I get that yet? Do you see that? There's like treasure chests up there. I want that. Why can't I get that? Why are they taunting me with treasure chests? Mad. Mad about it. Angry. Angry. Pissed off. Pissed off. Destroy the world. Mad about it. Can't get item. Destroy the world. You have to do so much warping in this game. They really were like, yeah, fast travel's the future, baby. I don't know, man. I think it's kind of lazy. Fast travel should not exist. Is that a combative take? Is that going to piss people off? Fast travel's fine. It's fine. It's a nice ease of use. I don't really, like, hate it when it's not available. I like pathing. I like finding the most optimal routes to get to places. But I do also like being able to just go, okay, I want to go over here. Let me go over here. You know what I mean? It's a nice ease of use tool. Here's Mother and Child rocks. Yep, that's a reek fish. Do you see it? They're like salmon. What horrible monsters are birthed during salmon spawning season? Why do they do that? They look like that. What happens to them? I bet in Skyrim, Salmon Row is really useful for making ridiculous potions that give you a lot of money and alchemy experience. And I think that is silly. Yay! Look, yeah, it's like a salmon. It looks like a salmon. It probably tastes really good. Chicken jump? What about chicken jump? The sacred fish is only found near the Sora village. It reeks. You can see the fish you caught. How come I can't eat it? Yeah, I don't want to smell pose no more. How you get chests up high? Oh, maybe. But I think it's too far from the Falby's Flight by Foul. I think it's too far. I think we're going to have to do something. Because it had a claw shot thing on it. Didn't it? I've gotten a really good start in Morrowind, though. I don't know if I've told you about it, but I really like it. So, you know, go to Balmora. You do the whole thing. You clear out the Smuggler Cave in Sedanin. Take all the moon sugar. Sell it to Revere. Buy a devil weapon of your choosing. I usually go for the Devil Spear. Because, you know, endurance levels. Then go to Balmora Mages Guild. Join the Mages Guild. And then take the, join the Mages Guild, but don't leave yet. Take everything out of the chest in, the Mages Guild. Then go to the Basement Wizards in the, Balmora Temple. Make sure that you buy, Civi Intervention. Make a bunch of potions from the Basement Wizards. I mean, I guess you can go to Caldera. But you can use the guild guide to go to Caldera to steal the Master Alchemy equipment in the Caldera Mages Guild. So that you can make a bunch White Wolf Oaths. I think White Wolf Oaths look really cool in this game. So you can steal the Master Alchemy equipment. And then you can go to the Basement Wizards in the Balmora. And make a bunch of like heal and restore fatigue potions. And then a bunch of okay, interesting. A bunch of fortified personality potions. And then you can sell those fortified personality potions because you've fortified your personality to 2,000 for all the money that you use to buy the potions. And then you can take the guild guide to Aldrun. And then from Aldrun, use Civi Intervention or just walk to the temple. I use Civi Intervention because I don't want to walk to the temple. And then buy the Restore Attribute spells in there because you're going to fight Bone Walkers, and that sucks. And that's a start that I've been really enjoying in Morrowind. Because I love Restore Attributes. Ow, I'm cold. What do you guys think of the different flavors of keys? I think the ice keys look great. I'm a big fan of ice, like as an element or as a concept, as an element in video games. Ice types are probably my favorite overall Pokemon, except for ghost types. I'm very sad there's really only like one ice ghost type, but at least the one ice ghost type we have is baller. You think it's cool, yes? I think ice is very cool. Ice is very cool. Hey, why is there this here but no... Ah! Oh. This is all to get a chew. Strange. Strange. I'm a big fan of ice. There's supposedly a howling stone out here, guys. I know that trees usually hide grottos out here in the north. I feel like ice types kind of get the short end of the stick, though, in a lot of Pokemon games. Maybe that's just straight up wrong. Oh, Poes are out during the day in here? Big if true. Because they usually appear really late, and then they don't usually have great light stuff for them. It's usually better to have a water type with, like, an ice type move, but I might be wrong about that. Can I not do this yet? I need something. This is a scary grotto. God bless. I know the ice levels are almost universally hated in a lot of media that has it. I don't know. That makes me sad. Ice is awesome. Ice is really cool. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I want to do a musical again really bad. We watched a musical today. I watched a musical on Friday. I watched a musical today after my show. It was like we did our one act, and then we immediately had to go on out because the next show was coming on. This was basically coming onto the stage. So it was like, get out, you're done. It was like, okay, bye everybody, awesome, thank you so much. And the next show, I stayed to watch the next show, and it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. It was a musical about ADHD. Just a little one act that was like 45 minutes total. It was pretty fun. It had some good songs. Not a lot of plot development though, but we got kazoos, and we were supposed to pretend to be locusts, and that was pretty fun. I don't know if you have ever pretended to be locusts with an audience, but pretty fun. It's like that scene in The Mummy where all the locusts come out of your mouth. You know the one. I need to watch The Mummy again. What song is this? Does anybody know what song this is? Oh, hey, not bad. The type is very good offensive glass cannon, but they keep making them slow and tanky, but no amount of defense is going to save those type weaknesses. Yep, that's the problem, is that, like, ice is best when it's, like, Frostlass or Glalie, where, like, they have the ability to deal a lot of damage. I think Glalie is also supposed to be, like, a slow defense, but it has great special attack, if I remember correctly. Or special, or just normal attack? I don't remember. I just know it can bite good. But, like, and it has the dark typing, I think, to offset the fact that it has ice typing. Because, you know, you're weak to fire, steel, some of the best offensive types in the game. It doesn't matter what your stats are. You're going to get rocked. What song is this? I remember my Wailord killing Rayquaza. Snow Peak is supposed to be Unnamed Song 2. Okay. Unnamed Song 2. So this one isn't actually from any of the games. Cool. Cool. You adore Obama Snow, but dang if it's slow ice type isn't hamstringing. At least it has snow warning. That's the thing, is that it's a grass ice type, and it's trying to be defensive. Like, honey, no. You're not gonna be able to do it. It does indeed have, like, a blizzard right out the gate, but that can, like, hurt your team if you don't have anybody that can either turn off that blizzard or not be affected by it. You know what I mean? Oh, man. It's so rough being baller. It's so rough being cool. Ice. I like Obama Snow a lot. I like the 4th gen ice types a lot. Frostlass is probably one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Because I like Yuki Onna. I think that's a really cool yokai. And that is what that yokai is, or that's what that Pokemon is based off of, is the Yuki Onna yokai. And I'm a fan of that. I'm a big fan of yokai, guys. I don't know if you guys like yokai. I like yokai. If we both like yokai, maybe we should get together and talk about them sometime. I'm just a big fan of monsters. I like monsters. I think monsters are cool. I've been watching Dungeon Meshi for the first time. I've been told to watch it many times. I've been told it's very good. It is very good. I am just really lazy when it comes to watching TV. And I've been enjoying it a lot. I kind of want to watch more episodes. We'll have to see, though. I'm probably going to get to the temple and then sign off. I know this is like, it's only going to be an hour-long stream or so, but I'm tired. I'm tired and I had a busy... Yeah, but weather ability is always considered really good, but usually mainly if you have the ability that reminds you of that one guy who won a bunch of tournaments and his ace was Drizzle Pelipper. Real. I love that for him. I love the idea that he won, like, multiple tournaments using Drizzle Pelipper. I really like killing them as Linkle. I really like fighting the Shadow Beasts as Linkle. It's really fun. Drizzle Pelipper is cool. Yetta and Yetto, best characters out of all the dungeons. I think I agree. I love Soup. I don't know if you guys are big fans of Soup. This is gorgeous. Hello. This is gorgeous. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful video game. Beautiful freaking video game, guys. I'm a big fan of these two. And I'm a big fan of Soup. And I'm a big fan of Snow. And I'm a big fan of old mansions. This is just peak design.
Oh, I heard ruckus and, just a human. I see humans not often, huh? Why human come to Snows? You are on spiritual journey? You look for true self?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Snow peak design?
You look for a long time? That was joke. Yeti's joke too. You look for something else, huh? Tell truth. Oh, you look for mirror in such faraway place. Why not you say so before? But you make good climb, and you're lucky to meet me. I found shiny mirror piece. Same mirror you look for, huh?
I like him. I don't like that Ashe wears Yetis. That's kind of messed up, guys. I don't know if Ashe should wear Yetis.
You come to house and see yourself. I caught fish. I make you hot meal, at least. My house far away. We slide there, huh? Do like me. Come.
You can't just tell people to do that. Very nice. Isn't this a mini game later on? And also, how did he get such a big reekfish? That reekfish is almost as big as Linkle. That's like a 4-foot fish, 4 or 5-foot fish. It is also still writhing. That's pretty rough. It is alive. It's being preserved by the snow. I did get on. Oh, God. Oh god, oh god. Here we go. It auto jumps, that's good. But you can also... There is no music, by the way, I guess. It just is completely silent. Is there supposed to be, like, cool music or something? Did I ever tell you that I used to play, like, the amped games? Did you guys ever play, like, the 2000s sports games? Because there was, like, a lot of those games were super big at the time, like amped, BMX, and stuff like that. And I was really bad at amped. Yeti Wife is Ultimate Snowboarder. I haven't gotten to this point in a really long time. Aw, I missed out on the money, guys. You can kill me for it. Okay, I guess we get a little bit of, like, plaintive piano piece. Oh, I got this, though. I never got good at those, like, sports games. But you know what game I never played? Tony Hawk. None of them. I never played any of the skateboarder games. Just never did. Never had access to them. So, I played a lot of the snowboarding games, if that means anything. This is weird. I don't like that Snow Peak is on my right, because I always remember it being on my left. Because, you know, Wii version. Yeah, but there is like a mini game surrounding... There's really not much to... Oh, nice. Here? What's with this guy? He's got a nice place for a beast man. Don't be racist! He's a full-fledged man! There's a lot of man in that man. I want to go up this little hill. I don't know if I can, but I saw it and immediately was like, I want to go up that hill. Snow's pretty awesome, guys. I'm a big fan of snow. I'm a big fan of snow, and I'm a big fan of ice, and I'm a big fan of rain. I think I just like precipitation. Woo! Oh. The Poes are very, like, doll-coded in this, and I wonder why. You had a bike game that was similar to Tony Hawk, but it was bikes, and you could play as a Slim Jim Man! Yeah, that makes sense. And, like, a lot of those games had weird, like, sponsorships or crossovers with stuff that was, like, kids are really into BMX. There was, like, a whole plot point in the Fantastic Four movie from, like, 2004, where Johnny got super into, like, doing BMX and stuff like that. Right? Am I misremembering that? Pretty sure that happens in that movie. That version of Johnny was kind of just a dick, but it's a young, like, Chris Evans, and he did a really good job. No, that's right. Good. Okay. He did a really good job playing Johnny in that movie, and I hope he had fun. Those movies are kind of my preferred Fantastic Four movies. I know they're super campy, but that's kind of why I love them. I don't know. Guys, I love this dungeon, but I think we should put it, but we've only been here for an hour, but, like, not a lot of people are here. Oh, man, this is one of my favorite dungeons. I kind of want to do it, but I think I should hold off. I think I should hold off. I know I've been gone for a week, but I promised that I wasn't gonna... Oh, I want to do it, though. Okay, guys. I think I gotta stay true to my word. And we'll be back on Thursday for this dungeon. I know, you will probably hanker in for some bee-related content, but it's almost 11 p.m. I'm really tired. I have not been sleeping well. I love this dungeon a lot, and I love doing streaming for you guys, and I always get a little bit rejuvenated when I come back from a long break, and I just finished a show, so but I really should stop tonight. I'm sorry. No, I'm tired. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. Thank you so much for watching, though. I'm really excited to be back. I hope you guys have had a really good week. I've had a good week, and I missed being able to play video games for you guys. So I hope that you are doing well. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun just listening to me ramble about nothing and everything. And I'm really excited to start with this dungeon next time we play on Thursday. I know it's only been an hour, and I'm sorry about that, but it is for the best for everyone involved. Alright, good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Sleep well. I hope you all are doing well. Bye-bye.